All right, all right. It looks like we are live. Let me know if you guys can see and hear me okay. I had to reset up the studio, so I just want to make sure that everything is sounding good here. We have a lot to talk about today. This stream is going to be a little bit different than it normally is because we're going to be covering several topics rather than one or two topics like we normally do, which is just one, because it's a little easier to handle. But there were so many stories that came out this weekend that I decided that I want to cover a lot of stories, one of which popped up as I was getting ready for the stream or signing on to get on the stream. But before we get into all of that, if you guys do not know me, I am Boss Attorney Bri. I am a California licensed attorney and I practice trademark law and family law over here at the Bri Hive on my channel. We cover everything from celebrity lawsuits, trademark lawsuits, copyright lawsuits, and really whatever the heck we want to cover. Last week, we did a stream of doing makeup and just chatting. So that was fun. We might make that into a thing. But on a normal basis, we do cover lawsuits more in general and business and all the things, right? All of the things. So I am happy to be back in my own office and not in the hotel studio that we had on Thursday. For those of you who do not know, a lot of us law tubers recently went to the LA area in order to celebrate Alita from Legal Bites, her wedding day. And so that was a pretty awesome experience. Some of you spent some time with me on Friday morning getting ready for the wedding. And so that was fun. And so I just want to give you guys a little update on the wedding, or not an update, but kind of like a little recap. We had a great time. There were several law tubers there, probably at least 10 of us. The wedding was beautiful. It was gorgeous. The reception was beautiful. It was gorgeous. Some of you probably seen some pictures on Twitter already going around the law tubes. I have not posted anything yet just because it was a long journey for me. I didn't drive. Alpha drove us. So we were in the car for a long time. We also had a second date after the wedding. The next day, we all went and did an escape room together, and then we also had dinner together. So I haven't had much time to really get online lately, or not lately, over the past weekend, but we did have a great time, and I was able to get back into doing work when I got back to yesterday, and then today. And then I've seen all of these lawsuits popping up in the craziness with the Roe v. Wade. I think that happened while we were in LA. But just a whole bunch of craziness going on in the legal streets with celebrities. I don't think I'm really going to go over the Roe v. Wade stuff unless you guys really want to go over it. I haven't looked into too much of it. I know the gist of it because I know the case, but the fact that it was overturned, I think, is a shock to a lot of people. I don't really know where my my chat lands as far as that goes. I know I just watched someone else's live stream and I didn't think that they would be agreeable to it. I get their point about it not being something that is technically a legal right in the Constitution. I get that part, but is it necessarily the right thing to do to people about not wanting to have a kid? Because do you really want someone who doesn't want to have a kid to have a kid? I feel like that just ends up bad for everyone in the picture, right? The kids, the parents, everybody. So I don't know if we're going to get into that. I'm not planning on getting into that. I have some other stories to cover, but I will, we go with the flow of the chat. So if you guys want to talk about it, we can definitely talk about it. But I'm not too gung-ho on going over it because I feel like it's a very a topic that just gets people riled up, and I really don't know which side of the line the majority of my chat falls into. And so that was a long introduction for today for some reason, but we're going to get into the greetings. We have Thomas Brown saying, all right, made it to the pre-stream countdown. Well, I'm happy that you made it early. We started late today. I scheduled it late, and then I think I was maybe like a minute or two late. Maybe. I don't know. But happy to have you here in the beginning of the stream. Always happy to have you here helping us moderate the chat. Thomas Brown also says, hope everyone is doing well this evening. I will second that. And Thomas Brown also says, I'm very curious about all of the non-Amber Heard, Johnny Depp legal conversations. Haven't heard much of anything about them. There's a little bit about her, about Amber Heard, and about Johnny Depp, but about a different case for Johnny Depp that we covered, I think, 2 weeks ago. So there's a little bit about that case. And then there's a little bit about Amber Heard, but I'm going to be honest with you, I haven't read the article yet. So we're going to read it together and see what Amber Heard is talking about and what her plan is in order to move the case forward if she's going to appeal. All right, we have Thomas Brown dropping the emojis. Thank you for the support. So much came in, started the live stream, got us all hyped up. We have Laura Shea saying, hello, Bri Hive. Hello to you as well. Welcome to the live stream. We have, who said Kate? Hello, welcome back. Our member and our moderator here in the chat saying, hey, B Hi, or Boss Attorney Bri, and dropping a B emoji. Hello, welcome back to the live stream. Thomas Brown says, hey, there we go. I can see you and hear you. Okay, good. All right, we have to reset everything back up with the emojis. They don't show on StreamYard, so I'm sorry for the weird code that it pops up. Junebug RX says, got to watch the ads first. Support the channel. Yes, exactly, guys. So the channel is monetized, and when you guys watch the ads, it actually helps YouTube pay me. So if you have the spare time to watch the ads, please do. It definitely helps out the channel. It definitely helps when you hit the like button if you have not yet already, and also to hit the subscribe button as well. But for those of you who do not know, watching the ads actually helps the creators get paid. So yes, thank you for pointing that out, Junebug, and thank you for watching the ad. We have Sage Moon saying, hey, Bri and hey, Bri Hive. Yes, we can hear you. Okay, good. I'm happy everything is working. We have Jennifer Miller, our moderator and our member. I think Jennifer was the first member on the channel, saying, hello, Boss Attorney Bri and Hive. I'm grilling dinner, so I'm not going to be chatting much. That's okay. We're happy to have you here. Welcome back to the live stream. Thomas saying hello or howdy to everyone. Emily Tracy back in the live stream. Nice to see you. We have Junebug saying, I thought she was already married. Love the Law 2 communities supporting each other. Yes, so she is already married. She just did her wedding after the marriage, I guess just to give them more time to get everything together. And let me tell you guys, it was beautiful. It was like a 3-day event, so I understand taking the extra time even after you're married, but it was more of a ceremony rather than them like actually legally getting married, because they're already legally married. All right, Sabrina Massestein says, my vote is no road talk. Give me the guilty pleasure of escaping into celeb drama. Yes, okay, that works. We have I'm a Dinosaur saying, hey, Bri and all. The Roe v. Wade issue is horrible and saddening. I watched Nate's live, so I get the legal reasoning, but still so effed up. Yeah, I get you on that for sure. KK says politics are a bummer of a topic. I get it, but some take too seriously for politicians. Everyone needs some escapism from all that. Yep, okay, then we won't talk about it. Sounds like most people do not want to talk about it. So we're going to do just that, because we like to have fun over here. We don't like to talk about whether it's murder or not murder, but we are going to talk a little bit about murder today. But I'm going to try not to say the word as much. I should not say it, but we are going to talk a little bit about the Nipsey Hussle case. I just saw this article pop up as soon as I was signing on to get on live. So I don't know what it says, but we're going to look at it. I saw the headline, so I know what that says, but we're going to look at the rest of it. Dinosaur says, also, I stick with some less heavy stuff. If you're taking a vote, we all need to escape. Okay, perfect. I think everyone's on the same page here. So I'm going to read a couple more comments, and then we're going to go ahead and jump into the cases, because it's like 7 of them. I don't even know the full amount that we have here, but there's a couple of them, and a new one popped up. So Thomas says, Nate did a very respectful and good job breaking down Roe v. Wade on his stream, but it sets a potential precedence for a lot of things. Yes, I agree with you there. T-Side Podcast says, hey, everyone. Hello, and welcome to the live stream. Thomas says, I am fine with skipping, not talking about Roe v. Wade. Okay, I think everyone's on the same page here. T-Side Podcast says, oop, let me switch my regular page. It's Tanya. Okay, yes, Tanya. Welcome to the stream, Tanya D. Yes. Okay. Everyone saying hi to Tanya. I'm a Dinosaur also says, if you mean the Roe v. Wade reversal, yes, it does. Some scary precedents, yes. I think that's what everyone is talking about as far as that goes. And you guys are having a little chat there. And then one more with Sandra Kujer. I hope I'm saying that right. Says hello from Sleepless in Holland. Let me, I don't know, my eyes are going crazy here. Okay. Corona is keeping me awake. Light topics, please. Okay, perfect. I'm glad you're enjoying the evening or morning or whatever it is over there, but I'm glad you're enjoying it. Let's go ahead and hop into the first issue because we recently covered this case, I think on last Tuesday. Did we cover Nipsey Hussle on last Tuesday? I think so. Of course, I have forgotten to share my screen, so let me get that stuff together real quick so that you guys can actually see what's going on here. Let's go ahead and zoom in. And so for those of you, let me hide it a little bit. Those of you who were on, I think it was last Tuesday's live stream, we talked about the Nipsey Hussle trial that was going on because a man unalived him with bullets, a lot of bullets, and unalived Nipsey Hussle. Nipsey Hussle is an American rapper. He also has been known to be involved in gang activity or supporting a gang, but also trying to make his community better. So he was in a gang, and then he's trying to make the community better by just building things, making more jobs for people, teaching the younger community things that they should be trying to do rather than doing negative things, right? And so, unfortunately, he was gunned down by a man, and this man is currently on trial. And if you remember from our stream, I talked about how I wonder if he's in solitary confinement or he's just on his own, because someone who is as influential as Nipsey Hussle in his community, I would think that people would be attacking him, trying to unalive him, trying to do anything to kind of mess this guy up. And we have an article actually talking about what is going on with him in jail. So let's go ahead and share the story here. Let's figure this out. All right. And we have Nipsey Hussle's murder suspect beaten up in jail, says the source. All right, so he's getting beaten up, and that's what we were talking about last week, right? I think the trial is supposed to be 2 weeks long. It started on June 15th, and it is now June 28th, so he has a little bit more trial to go. We can read a little bit of it. Okay, it's not that long, so we'll go ahead and read the whole thing. So this is Nipsey Hussle, for those of you who do not know. The man accused of unaliving celebrated rapper Nipsey Hussle was physically assaulted in custody and unable to attend his trial on Tuesday due to medical treatment for his injuries, a well-placed source tells Rolling Stone. Eric Holder, 32, was beaten up at some point after he left a Los Angeles courtroom around 4 p.m. on Monday. So this just happened. Was this last week? No, this article just came out. What's today? It's today Tuesday, right? Yeah, today is Tuesday. So, okay. Was he beat up today? I don't know. Let's not get into the mathematics of it. The incident followed a day in which Los Angeles County Superior Court Judge Clay Jack worked with lawyers on both sides to hammer out jury instructions instead of closing arguments, and jury deliberations is scheduled to start Wednesday. So they're scheduled to start tomorrow. Okay, right on time. It wasn't immediately clear where the incident occurred, but Holder, a Rolling 60s gang member, is supposed to be kept away from other inmates. So he was probably in solitary, so he wasn't supposed to be around other people when he's transported to and from court, considering the high-profile nature of his case. The extent of Holder's injuries was also scarce Tuesday, but the source said he suffered more than a black eye when Judge Jack excused the jury Tuesday morning. He left the door open to more than a single-day delay. Based on some unforeseen circumstances that are no fault of parties here, we won't be in session today, the judge said, telling jurors to return Wednesday unless they received a call. Oh, so I wonder if this was last week, actually. What date is this article on? It says it was posted 3 hours ago, but they're not giving us the date really here. All right, so we're not going to go through all of that because they're basically just re-explaining the case. So what do you guys think about that? I thought that he would be held in solitary confinement or just away from the general public, or not the general public, but the general population in jail anyways, because Nipsey Hussle was very influential. So it doesn't surprise me that they did try to keep him away from people. And it honestly doesn't surprise me that he ended up getting beat up. So this might be something that we might want to look into a little later on this week, when we don't have so many cases to go over, to see if we can determine what his injuries were, and wondering if we can see when we're going to get a judgment on, or a verdict on, whether he's going to be held liable for first degree or second degree. If you guys remember, we broke that down last week, saying that he wanted it to be a heat of crime, passion, or a heat of passion crime, but the government is bringing it as a first degree. So wonder how that's going to turn out. Wonder what his injuries are. Definitely would be excited, not excited, but definitely would like to look into it. And so since we're covering so many cases this week, I think I'm going to do a vote at the end of the stream of what case you guys might want to cover in more detail on Thursday. I don't know if anything new is going to come out by Thursday, but I think we're just going to do like little quick assessments of cases, and then we can vote on which one we want to actually dive deeper into. And so this one was the most unhappy, or I guess all of them are unhappy because people are being sued, right? But this one is the most, a downer to me. So we're going to move on to some other stuff that's not as sad, okay? So we have Sandra Kujer saying hello. We already got that one. We have I'm a Dinosaur saying, I thought so, but the wording, I wasn't sure if you were referring to Nate's stream or the reversal. Yeah. Oh, okay. You guys are talking to each other. Tanya D is back saying, okay, now I'm here. I had a 2-minute ad to sit through. Well, thank you for watching the ad. Definitely appreciate it. Definitely appreciate it. We just talked about how ads help out the stream. All right. You guys are having a combo there. Everyone's welcoming Tanya back. Thomas Brown says, welcome, Jen. So glad to have you. And then we have KK saying, well, that answers my question about him going into jail from that title. Guy acted like a fool over something that could have just been talked about. Right, exactly. And he could have just ate his fries and went on about his business, right? I was thinking about that all weekend. Okay, Thomas Brown says, and yes, Bri, we did talk about that last Tuesday. Okay, I couldn't remember the exact day we did it. Thomas Brown says, a lot of unaliving going on. Yes, that is happening a lot, just in general, and then just in the rap community as well. It's very sad. Okay, and we have Thomas Brown saying, very sad. RIP Nipsey Hussle. Yes, of course. And then we have Zariah, welcome to the live stream, saying if he's guilty, he should have been more than beaten up. Yeah, well, it's not for the jury to decide, but we're going to see what kind of time he gets. And he is guilty. He's guilty of something because he's caught on camera. It's not a question of whether he did it or not. It's what degree he's going to be charged with. So is it going to be considered I'm sorry, I said second degree earlier, but would it be considered voluntary manslaughter because he was so mad and he didn't have time to cool down, so he should get a lesser sentence? Or is it going to be first degree because he planned it out, he deliberated, he calculated it, he did it intentionally? So it's just going to depend on what degree he's being charged with. But as of now, he's guilty. He's going to jail for some length of time. He's going to jail. All right, we have Thomas Brown saying he might have been beaten up yesterday, Monday, if this is referencing this week. Yeah, I can't tell. It just says 3 hours ago, and then it says like Monday, then Tuesday, then Wednesday. So either there's a typo, which if it's a typo, I'm like, is it even real? But I wouldn't be surprised if it is real, for sure. And then Sabrina says, innocent until proven guilty, right? No, he's guilty. He's guilty of something. We just don't know to what degree, right? KK says, I'm shocked they didn't think it might be a special prisoner with gang and high profile victim. Yes. So I'm sorry, let me reread that to make sure I understand. Okay, I'm shocked they didn't think it might be a special prisoner with gang and high profile victim. Yeah, so they did. They were trying to keep him away from people, but whoever transferred him this day apparently messed up and he ended up getting attacked. We have Thomas Brown saying, if you guys are excited about the cases Bri is going to be covering today, please buzz right over and sting that like button. I like that. That's a new one. And show some love and support the stream. Yes, of course, guys. If you have not hit the like button already, go ahead and hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit subscribe. Like I said, we have a bunch of cases to go over. A majority of them are trademark and copyright cases. And there was another trademark case that I kind of talked about a while ago, but I don't think it was ever actually filed. And now it is filed. And that is against Kim Kardashian. And I can't even count how many lawsuits Kim Kardashian has had this year. So that's a whole nother story. Emily Tracy saying, yes, it would make sense for him to be in solitary based on what I have learned about jail from the channel Larry Lawson. It disappeared. Whoops. Okay. If you haven't watched him before, I highly recommend. Okay, guys. So if you haven't checked out Larry Lawson, check him out. Emily is going ahead and referring us to him. I don't think I've checked out that channel, so I will have to keep that in mind. All right, we have Sabrina saying, last year in Oakland, there was a shooting during BLM protests, killed a federal officer, then later in the week, killed a cop in Santa Cruz. He just pled guilty at the state level. It was the same person that did both of those. All right. Yeah, because I'm not familiar with that one. Thomas Brown says, Venus of the stream leaves a lot of room for puns. Yeah, it does. It really does. About clicking, buzzing, pollinating, stinging the like button. Yes, it literally does. But I love it. It makes everything fun, right? It makes everything fun. All right. So let's go ahead and pop over to the next case, which I have 2 articles on it, but I don't know if we're going to read both of them. So basically, this next case involves Miss Meghan Markle. Her sister, her half-sister, is basically suing her for defamation, claiming that she said all of these lies about her and her father, the sister and her father, saying that the things were not true, that they do have a relationship, and that the fact that she said these things has damaged her and caused her, I think it said caused her not to get a job or something of that nature. But just saying that I'm not friends with my sister is not technically defamation. So I haven't read the complaint on this one. This is one that I would like to look into. It's just kind of hard finding the case number right now. So if you guys are interested in this case, please let me know. But just saying you're not friends with your sister or that you don't have a very strong relationship with her is not defamation by any sense that I know of. So yes, sister is upset. Let's check out the article here. Let me know if you guys heard about Meghan Markle's defamation case. If you guys don't know who Meghan Markle is, she is a duchess that is married to Prince Henry from the royal family. And where are they from? I don't even want to say the wrong country, but you guys know are they Europe? Not Europe. Are they European? I don't know. The UK? Something of that nature. As you can see, I don't keep up with the royal family, but the Duchess that's married to Prince Harry, I know who they are. I just don't know where they actually live. England, right? Yep, it's England. All right, I named everything but where they were from. Okay, so here we go. Let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger. All right. So the family feud lives on. Samantha Markle is reportedly suing. Okay, video. Okay, here we go. Reportedly suing this is the old one. Actually, let's go to this one. Okay, so they sued for defamation, right? There's a complaint filed. Meghan Markle moved to dismiss the complaint, saying that there's no defamation and basically she can't prove her point. Like I said, basically what I see from the articles, and mind you guys, I have not read the complaint yet, but from what I can see from the article, she's basically saying that Meghan did not tell the truth about her relationship with her sister, and then that they actually do have a better relationship than Meghan Markle is actually leading on to be. Again, not really defamation, because the sister can believe that they have a good relationship, but Meghan can believe that they don't have a good relationship. She's entitled to her opinion about that. So Meghan filed a motion to dismiss, but then that motion was just kind of ignored because the sister then amended her complaint and presented it again. Now Meghan Markle is filing another motion to dismiss, pretty much citing the same things because she's going to be excluding some of the information that she initially included. So I actually am going to go to the first article first so you guys can kind of see how this article explained it. And then we can get into the complaint if you guys are interested in this case, which we will vote at on the end of the stream. So the family feud lives on. Samantha Markle is reportedly suing half-sister Meghan Markle for defamation after the Duchess and Prince Harry's March 2021 CBS tell-all. Samantha claimed in court documents that Meghan lied about her and their family during the sit-down. The author accused her siblings of making up stories about growing up in virtual poverty. Again, Meghan saying that she grew up in poverty is not defaming her sister. And it's also, I think this case is also being brought on behalf of the father as well. Samantha claimed that their father, Thomas Markle, paid for Meghan to attend elite and expensive private schools. She also alleged that their dad covered they covered Meghan Markle's tuition to Northwestern University, despite Meghan's assertion that she worked to pay her own way through college. Again, that is not defamation of them by saying that she worked to pay off her own tuition. That's not really defamation of them. It could be a lie, but it's not defamation to them. Okay, Samantha reportedly claimed that Meghan lied during the tell-all. The most recent time the siblings saw each other were when the elder exchanged last name back in March. So basically when, what is her name? Samantha changed her name. Basically, Meghan said that she hadn't seen Samantha in a long time. Again, that is not defamation. That's not defamation. You're not ruining her. I mean, I guess you could say it's ruining her reputation because she's not communicating with her sister. I guess if that's what she's going for, but I don't think it's a very good claim. Okay, so basically she alleges things like that. We're not going to go through everything. Let's go ahead and pop over to the dismissal. All right. And I see some chats coming in, so I'm going to go pop over here. Cal says, are defamation cases common in celebs in the US? It's appearing that way because lately that is what has been popping up. And honestly, to tell you guys the truth, I never really kept up with celebrities until I started this channel because those are topics that a lot of people like to hear about and just explaining the law behind them. But yeah, I did not realize how much celebrities were suing for defamation here. I don't think her sister would be considered a celebrity in this case. She is more of the celebrity, but yeah, I guess it's a thing at this point. All right, we have Hella Swanky. Welcome back to the live stream saying, not really, I think you guys are talking to each other, but you said threats are common. Actual suits really aren't, often end up dismissed if they do end up filed, which is what Meghan Markle is trying to do, is dismiss the lawsuit. All right, we have Thomas Brown saying, I'm curious as to how Meghan's sister might argue that Meghan potentially not liking her is somehow defamation. Right, exactly. And I forgot what point I said, well, maybe you could say you ruined the reputation by saying you haven't seen her in a long time, but it's not like she's saying like, oh, my sister's a deadbeat sister. She's just saying she hasn't seen her in a long time. I don't think that's defamation. I get it can like hurt. The reason why I get that it can hurt her reputation in particular is because I believe, and I believe that the sister is full white and Meghan Markle is mixed. And so sometimes when people have siblings or have siblings that are one race, if they're kind of discriminating against them or they don't like them because they're of that color, then it could reflect badly on them. But like I said, I haven't read the complaint to see if that's what she's actually alleging, basically saying that Meghan is basically saying that Samantha didn't like her because Meghan was black or half black, whatever you want to call it, right? So I don't know if that's where she's going with it, but that's the only way that I could plausibly see that not liking your sister could hurt your reputation, right? Let me know what you guys think about that. That's the only plausible thing that's coming to my head right now. KK said, I'd be curious of what the suit as well, what she's specifically stating. Yeah, so we can get into the complaint. I have to double check to see if it's a federal case. I don't know off the top of my head, but if it is, I should be able to get the complaint. Jennifer says, not defamation, right? Just because you don't like your sister does not mean you're defaming them. Hello Swanky says her family is trying to milk this for all it's worth. That is what I would think it is, to kind of get some light shed on them, to get a little bit of her fame, right? Who knows? We don't know the people, but I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. Shaking my head, I swear I wish they would just go sit down somewhere and shut up. Did an actual lawyer file these suits? Yes, I'm sure she didn't file it on her own. Like I said, I haven't seen the complaint, but I'm pretty sure that a lawyer filed this lawsuit for them. And you have to think about it. Even if the lawyer does not really see a very valid claim, it could be a chance to get their law firm highlighted, or if they're a new lawyer, just kind of get some experience filing these type of cases. It could be a lot of reason why they would take on this case. Like I said, I would love to see the complaint to see what her actual basis is to say that saying that her sister doesn't like her is defamation. Hello Slinky says, oh, you guys are chatting. Okay, because Mickey Knack, welcome back to the live stream, saying that she survived, or that they survived a heat wave. And Hello Swinky saying, oh, good for you. The heat has been doing the most in CA. Yes, indeed it has. It's very hot. I'm not going to complain, though, because me no like the cold. I can also feel you on that one as well. But it is extremely hot. And every time I want to go to the pool, but my complex keeps saying, oh, the pool closes at 8. And I'm like, why? Why? It's hot at 9. Let me go swimming at 9 o'clock. Okay, McGuffer says the original doc was pretty poorly written, but one of the claims was Meghan and Samantha was a high school dropout, or Samantha's a high school dropout when she really had to leave for MS. It's mean, but not defamation. And technically, if she left school, doesn't that still make you a dropout? I know it's for medical reasons, but is that really a lie? That she dropped out, unless she said she dropped out because she couldn't get good grades, which again could still not be a lie if her medical issues affected her grades. I don't know. I'll have to look at the actual complaint because these articles only give you just a little brief snippet of it. And so if you guys are interested in this case, we can definitely look into it. We have Sabrina saying, yes, same shooter. Okay, we were talking about those two shootings in Northern California. He was part of the Boogaloo extremist group and tried to make it seem like BLM protesters were at fault. Also, I was wrong. Fed case is closed. Pled in both cases life without parole. Okay, I think that sounds familiar, but I definitely did not follow that case, so I can't really add much to it, but that does sound familiar. Comer Z says, it's the British royal family. Anything not white or rich is trash to them. Well, that might explain why they had such an issue with Meghan Markle being in their family, honestly. Hello Swanky says, laughing my A off. Meghan is getting it from all the white people in her life, all sides. Her mom and her husband seem like the only sane, normal people in her life. Yeah. It's amazing that she was able to marry the prince, but then it was just like after that, everyone's just throwing stones, right? Just throwing stones. Okay, so let's check out the dismissal article. Like I said, it's not going to be too in-depth, right? But it is going to give us a little bit of information. And let me see if this will take me. No, this one just takes me to another article. Okay, never mind. All right, so following frenzy, Meghan Markle is again attempting to dismiss her half-sister Samantha Markle's defamation suit, but a judge denied the Duchess' request. The previous attempt to dismiss the claim was denied as moot because Samantha filed an amended complaint. Let me make this bigger. And I'm sorry about all the ads going on and having a good time over there in the corner. It's distracting me. It's distracting me. Okay. The 40-year-old Meghan Markle filed her first motion to dismiss on June 17th in court docs obtained by these people. Meghan argued against the claims her siblings laid out in her meritless defamation case. Meghan has generally reincorporated her defenses in her new motion as well. So basically just citing the same things as to why the case should be dismissed. Meghan alleged in her submission that Samantha deleted numerous specific factual allegations and exhibits from her original complaint, claiming that the facts would completely undermine Samantha's case. Most obviously, her original complaint attached a 2018 email from Meghan to the then Communications Secretary of Kensington Palace, Jason Knopf, that plaintiff alleged was the basis for the allegedly defamatory statements and finding freedom. The docs continue, however, the email on the face disproves plaintiff's claim that Meghan was somehow responsible for the author's allegedly defamatory statements and finding freedom. The Duchess of Sussex, I don't know if I'm saying that right, motion continue. Indeed, in her desperation to save her case, plaintiff quite literally fabricated one of the statements as evidenced by missing interview transcript. So she's basically saying that she doesn't have a case, right? In March, Samantha claimed that Meghan was not being honest when discussing her past or their father, Thomas Markle, in her CBS sit-down with husband Prince Harry. At the time, the philanthropist asserted that she was never close to her half-sister. Again, saying that she's not close to her that's not defamation. And half-brother, whom Thomas welcomed with ex-wife Rosalind Lovelace before marrying Meghan's mother, Doria Raglan. Okay. I think this is Samantha. This is Meghan Markle's sister. Do you guys think they look alike? Well, she's a lot older than her. She's like almost 20 years older than her. So I guess that's a thing, right? And then they just go on to kind of repeat what was in the other article. So basically, she's just trying to dismiss the lawsuit because basically claiming that there's really no reason why she should be claiming defamation just based off of what was cited in this article. I'm in agreement with that. I'm not really finding where she can get defamation by just saying that she's not close to her sister. She's welcome to have her own opinion about that. What do you guys think about that? Do you think it's defamation? I would like to look at the complaint and see exactly what angle she's coming from. I know someone said that the original complaint was horrible, but maybe the amended complaint is a little bit better. But then again, Meghan is saying that she removed information from the original complaint. So how much better could it really be, right? All right, let's go ahead and check out some of the chat here. What's going on? We have Hella Swinky saying it is still hot at 9, which is kind of rare for us, but that's how you know it's summer in Cali, when it's still hot and the sun is gone. Yeah, I live like right next to a water park, and they literally have night slide because it's so hot at night that you could just be at the water park and not freezing at all. So yeah, it's hot out here. Kat says, I don't know. I love Meghan Markle or hate Meghan Markle. I'm not sure where I stand, but I do feel bad for her having a father and sister like hers. Yeah, I heard about them coming out as soon as she started dating or publicly dating Prince Harry. And it sucks, but I feel like it happens with a lot of celebrities. You might have estranged family members who try to come into your life after, you're a little bit more successful. So definitely sucks. I'm not a fan of hers either. I didn't even know who she was. I never watched Suits. But everyone was saying that the black lady was dating the prince, and I did not know what they were talking about because she's technically interracial. So that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. Sabrina says, if Depp v. Heard taught me anything, I learned about not to trust headlines. Yes, exactly. Don't trust headlines. Definitely, like I said, it's better to look into the actual complaint and see what they're actually alleging, what their actual thought process is about it. A lot of these people that write these articles don't know the law, so they can't really explain a lot of stuff very well. All right, we have Jennifer saying, I'm hot and grilling burgers and dogs for my family. Please hit the like and subscribe so I know you love us. Yes, exactly. Go ahead and hit like and subscribe, and hope that Jennifer sends us some hot dogs. Well, I don't know if you should send hot dogs and burgers through the mail, but that sounds really good. My siblings and I are planning what we're going to make for the 4th of July, what we're going to have for our little lunch and our day off, right? So yeah, you guys, if you haven't hit the like button, go ahead and hit it. It helps out the channel substantially, helps more friends join us live and join us on the replay, right? Okay, Mickey Neck says, I don't think I don't think it's her race fully. It's more the snobbery at her being an American, marrying into the British family. When she lived in Toronto, Canada, Meghan never brought up race. Yeah, so I don't think she would bring up race. I think what the sister may be insinuating is that if she's saying that and this could go a lot of different ways. I'm not trying to be race warrior or anything like this. This can go a couple of different ways. A lot of times when parents have kids that are substantially younger than the other kids, they don't tend to have a really good relationship with them because they're already grown. They already lived all their life. They're probably looking at their parent like, why are you having infants? I'm 20 years old, right? So that could be a reason why she may not have had a close relationship with her. In addition to that, in Meghan's specific situation is that the sister may be insinuating that Meghan is insinuating that she didn't have a close relationship with her because she was Black. But I see what you're saying. Maybe Meghan doesn't actually consider herself as Black. Like I said, she's technically interracial. So she wouldn't necessarily say that. But it seems like Samantha is trying to make it like an insinuation, kind of like the Johnny Depp trial, where you said something insinuating that Johnny Depp is a woman beater or something like that. So she's not coming out and saying that, but that could potentially hurt your reputation. If your different race family member is saying that you don't like them, people might start to assume it's because of their race. That's the only point I was trying to make there. Not that Meghan is saying that's the reason why. Okay. We have KK saying, I would have to see more detail to give an opinion on if it's a case or not. News articles could be biased, sadly. Yes, we learned that definitely in Johnny Depp, right? Because we were watching the trial and the articles were telling us something different. Mickey Nack says, well, try living in Canada. It's still hot at midnight. Thinking of moving to Alaska. But in Alaska, it's like light outside for 6 months and then dark outside for 6 months. That would drive me crazy. That would drive me absolutely crazy. So I don't think I could live in Alaska. Mark, welcome back to the live stream. Sam, sister probably isn't a public figure, so maybe there's a chance, but hard to say how her reputation was hurt. It was in the article. I don't think I read that low. But she basically said that she lost like job opportunities or something like that. I can't find it right now. Okay, here we go. She says, Samantha further alleged that the retired actress lied about Samantha and Thomas, who is the dad, so that the two could not interfere with or contradict the false narrative and fairy tale life story she concocted. She reportedly accused Meghan of negatively affecting sales of her autobiography, preventing her from getting jobs and causing her emotional and mental distress. So if she's an author, we might be able to up her into notoriety if she's an author. But a normal person, you will have to prove negligence in what you were saying could affect their reputation. But we may be able to put her up into a public figure. So that would be an interesting. She was trying to sell her books nationally, so that may be an interesting thing to see if they're deeming her as a regular person or if she's going to be considered a public figure or a semi-public figure, right? All right, so let's check out. McGuffer says, I think it's weird that Christopher Boozy supports Meghan, but also Amber Heard. JD got treated the same as Meghan in the press. Boozy is a scammer, so that makes me nervous. I have no idea what you're talking about, so I really cannot comment on that. All right, so let's go ahead, and that was case number 2. So let me know if you guys actually want to look into the complaint on that to see what they're actually alleging. So that was another defamation case for us. Let's go ahead. Let's cover Johnny Depp and the Amber Heard, because Johnny Depp is not that long. So For those of you who joined my stream, what was that, like 2 weeks ago, we talked about Johnny Depp's assault trial that he was having against some guy that was involved in helping him shoot the movie. And so I found this article. It's not very long. It's very quick. And so that was just a recap of the case. He's basically being sued. The trial is supposed to start, I think, July 25th-ish. So in about a month, the trial is supposed to start to determine whether Johnny Depp actually assaulted this man. And this article is letting us know that Johnny Depp is trying to settle the lawsuit alleging assault. And the reason why I wanted to bring this case back to us today is because we discussed it a little bit during the actual reading of the complaint and the trial brief that Johnny Depp's team prepared, which was that Johnny Depp does not believe he assaulted him. So he basically said it never happened. So he basically doesn't have a claim. And if so, the jury does find that it did happen, that it wasn't, I forget what it was, that he didn't actually, no, it was that he didn't actually hit him. That was one of them. And then I forget what the other reason was, why he's saying that you couldn't find it, whatever it was, but basically saying that he didn't have a claim, right? And so it's interesting to me that he will then be trying to settle the case because it could lead to someone believing that he actually did do it. I get the point of like not wanting to waste money on the attorneys. It might just be cheaper to do a settlement agreement and Johnny Depp not admit fault and this guy not admit that Johnny Depp is not at fault, but also still gets money. So it'll be very interesting to see whether he settles, but I think it's crazy that he is saying that he's thinking, or that the articles are saying Johnny Depp is thinking about settling when he is actually saying that there was never an assault in the first place. But that often happens with celebrities, honestly, like especially with SA allegations. Some celebrities will just pay the person off. Some celebrities just pay the person off when they did actually SA them. So we don't know. We don't know if he settles, if it's actually because he thinks that he has a chance at losing, right? All right. So let's pop in. Let me know what you guys think about that. That's not something we're voting on the cover later because we won't know if they have a settlement until they actually get a settlement. So we have Jennifer Miller saying, I can't send burgers and dogs because I have teenagers. They would chew my fingers off if I sent food away. Yeah, you got to feed the teenagers. They are growing teenagers. We have Hella Swanky saying, thinking race has nothing to do with it is the privilege or of ignorance on how much race impacts everything for people of color. Race is absolutely a factor. And that's talking about the Meghan Markle thing. It can definitely be a factor, as it has been proven to be a factor in some of the other issues with Meghan Markle. But I don't think it has been directly said in this case, so we can't like confirm or deny it, but I definitely see where you're coming from. All right. So we have Hella Swanky saying it can be more than one thing at once, race and class. Yep. And just kind of annoyance. Honestly, it could be a lot of things. It could be annoyance because if you're 20 years old, and don't feel like I'm like coming at anybody's family if this is your situation, but if you're 20 years old, it doesn't really make sense for your parents to be having an infant because you're at the age where you should be kind of having the infants, right? So I think there are several families that get upset with their parents for doing that when they're adults and then they're going to have babies, right? Kath says, wait, can you consider Meghan Markle's sister a public figure if she published or publishes a book? I think it would be up to Meghan Markle's team to establish that she is a public figure and that she shouldn't be held to the standard of negligence, because negligence is just for like regular people. I might even be able to have to prove actual malice because I'm putting myself out there. 7,000 people are subscribed to me. That could be considered some type of notoriety. You guys come and watch me every week. That could be considered some type of notoriety. So it really just depends on what standard the court is going to say. But if she's an author, she's selling book nationally. If we look at her Instagram page, does she have a bunch of followers? Because that's all the wave right now, right? To be popular, you're on social media. Are all of her followers real, or majority of her followers real? It could push her up into notoriety. So I think that being an author could kind of put her in a position where she is aiming more towards a public figure or a semi-public figure. But not just because you publish a book. It has to be some notoriety behind you publishing a book. With her, oh, I'm Meghan Markle's sister, so buy my book. Oh, I'm Meghan Markle's sister, so follow my Instagram. Oh, I'm Meghan Markle's sister, so I'm suing her. So are you gaining notoriety while you're doing those things? Those are questions that need answers. Cap says, oh, wait, Bri just answered my question. Okay. We have Thomas Brown saying, up next, case number 3, Johnny Depp assault trial. Thank you for that. Yes, we have Johnny Depp assault trial was number 3. We had Meghan Markle at number 2, and we had Nipsey Hussle at number 1. Thank you for that. For sure. Okay. All right. I'm trying not to read all the comments, but it's so hard. I like to see what you guys are saying. We're going to skip and say, hello, Swanky says, oh, my comment about race being a factor was a direct response to someone saying the mistreatment of Meghan wasn't about race, not specifically the lawsuit. The suit is frivolous to me. Oh, okay. Yeah, I must have just missed that one then, because I'm talking about it in the context of the lawsuit, so I must have missed that context, or not the context, the message. Can you guys tell I'm tired? I woke up at like 3 a.m. this morning. I could not fall back asleep. I don't know why. Oh, it's horrible. It is horrible. Okay. Thomas Brown says it would make sense. It will make more sense for JD to continue to trial if is arguing that the incident never happened. That's what I would think as well. But he did probably spend a lot of money with the lawsuit with Amber Heard, and he's probably never going to see that money, allegedly, in my opinion. He's probably never going to see that money. So I can see why he might try to say, hey, here's $100,000. Let's say I didn't do it. You go away, rather than him spending millions of dollars on his lawyers, right? So, Kay has said it's a rumor that came out and said can't trust articles about JD sadly. And so are you saying that him settling the assault allegations is not true? Yeah, I didn't fact check here. I just found articles that we might find interesting. So if you guys have more information, definitely feel free to comment that you have more information. Okay, we have Silvana, the non-crafting crafter. That's an interesting name. Saying, hi, everyone. You should know that Meghan Markle is up. Yep, we are not going to read that one. So if you guys want to see what Silvana is saying in the chat, go ahead and read it, but I'm not going to read it out loud on the stream. Okay, Jennifer Miller says those are excellent questions. Yeah, these are questions that need answers. Is she considered a celebrity at this point? Who knows? Thomas Brown says, I love that Bri genuinely loves to read all of the comments. Thank you. I think it might be my downfall one day, but I definitely like to see what everybody is saying. I like to kind of comment back because you guys are taking your time to hang out with me online. Which is funny because a lot of people ask me, like, how did I know Alita at her wedding? And I was like, oh, we're internet friends. So I consider all of you guys my internet friends as well. I like internet friends. I don't see the problem. All right. So let's go ahead and check out. Okay, we have a couple of things going on. Some of them are shorter. Oh, let's look at Amber Heard, I guess. This article I did not read, so I have no idea what it's about to say. But it's pretty short, so we can look at it. And it's about Amber Heard. Here we go. So let's pop over to this Amber Heard case. Uh-oh, that's too small there. Let's make it bigger. And then let's make the words bigger so everybody can see real good. Okay. Here we go. Go away, little video. Okay. Amber Heard isn't done fighting against her ex-husband, Johnny Depp, legally. Oh, let's do a little refresher. I'm pretty sure a lot of people that are watching my channel already know about this case, but basically, would it be about a month ago since this case ended? I think so. About a month ago, Amber Heard basically lost a defamation case against Johnny Depp. She basically alleged that he was a domestic abuser. And then she also won on defamation claims against Johnny Depp for things that his attorney said. She won about $2 million. He won $10,350,000, right? $350,000 in the defamation suit. And basically, it's a question of whether she's going to file an appeal in order to be ruled that she did not defame Johnny Depp because he actually is an abuser and that he actually did do the things. So that is the question. Is she going to appeal to try to get the verdict overturned or sent back down to the courts? Okay, so let's go ahead and check out what the article is saying. We already read Amber Heard isn't done fighting against her ex-husband Johnny Depp legally. The Pirates of the Caribbean star's multi-million-dollar defamation suit against Amber Heard is over, but not entirely if the Aquaman actress can pay a pricey bond. Oh, I did see some information about that she would need to put a bond up in order to do the appeal, I believe. In a hearing on June 24th, so what was that? 4 days ago, a final judgment in the high-profile trial was presented and entered into the docket. But Heard's main attorney, Elaine Bredenhoff, y'all know Elaine, sought to set a briefing schedule and more for a proposed appeal for her client. The judge told the attorney that if Heard wanted to appeal the verdict from the 7-person jury, the lawyer would have to file motions with the court. The lawyer was also informed that Heard will have to put up a $3.5 million bond with 6% interest per year for any appeal to formally move forward. Depp was previously awarded $15 million in damages by the jury in his $50 million defamation lawsuit against his ex. The lawsuit stemmed from Heard's Washington Post op-ed. We know all of that stuff, so we're going to skip it. The defamation trial lasted 6 weeks. We know that. Following the initial verdict, Heard spoke out saying it was an injustice for abuse victims. Depp reportedly feels vindicated. So she's still alleging that she is a survivor. And a lot of survivors during the course of the trial came into comment sections letting us know that her stories did not seem believable. I did not believe her. Several other lawyers did not believe her. Several other people of the public did not believe her. And other victims did not believe her. So if she's going to appeal, Amber Heard must have some hidden money coming from Aquaman, because I do not see why she is appealing. Just let it go. You're going to spend more money trying to appeal this thing. Okay. So as stated in yesterday's congressional hearings, you don't ask for a pardon if you are innocent, a rep of Heard said in a reference to revelations out of the January 6th committee hearing. And you don't decline to appeal if you know you are right. So she really thinks she's right. Okay. Heard isn't the only legal battle Depp is up against. City of Lies local manager. Okay. That's the case that we went over. Basically that there's an assault allegation against Johnny Depp. So of course, Amber is going to try to use that to say, see, he's a violent person because he also hit Rocky. Oh no. Okay, whatever. Let's see what the comments are saying. All right, we have McGuffer saying the media is too polarizing. They make everything either good or bad and then turn people into enemies. They do it with women celebrities all the time, so you never know the truth. That is interesting comment. I don't know what you're responding to there, but I can see it being a thing for sure. Thomas Brown says, also just for rewatchers like myself. Are we talking about the streams? I think so. KK says, I'm glad the judge said bond because we've seen her payment history. Do you mean when she donated $7 million to charity? We've seen her payment history on if she honors stuff. Yes, exactly. She never paid that. She never paid it. Okay, McGuffer says Judge A should have noted that a bond isn't a pledge. Yes, you cannot just write in the emotion saying I bond to pay you $8.35 million as a promise to the fact that I'm going to pay this judgment. No, you can't do that. So yes, the judge, I'm sure they made some, maybe her attorneys explained it to her like, hey, you actually have to pay this. You can't just pledge it, right? she might consider it a donation, a bond, donation, pledge, all the same things, right? Okay. We have American Rose Design saying, and according to Elaine, she can't pay that. Did she say that in the hearing? We know. Let's not say we know, but I would agree. I don't think that Amber Heard can pay that. Deborah Dutra says Nate said only 500, maybe you mean 500,000 bond. He broke it down. Oh, if she only has to pay a certain percentage of it. I don't know. I haven't looked into it, so I might have to watch Nate's stream to catch me up. Okay, Thomas Brown says Judge A is not taking any crap here. And Amber Heard supposedly is not able to pay anything. I wouldn't be surprised if she can't pay anything. She's not really making that much money as an actor to begin, or an actress to begin with. We looked up how much she usually gets paid, and you're looking at 500,000 to 2 million, I think was the highest amount that we see that she gets paid, or that we saw that she gets paid for each movie that she does. Will her amount that she gets paid go up? Is she more popular now? I don't think she's more popular, but I don't know if the amount that she gets paid will go up so that she can afford it. But when you get a bond, you don't normally have to put all the money up front. You have to basically, like, it's like insurance, where you don't have to put all of your money in cash up. You can like have someone basically be your bond. Like when you bail out of jail, you put down 10%, and then you can get out of jail if your bail is like $30,000. 10% of that was $3,000. So you can get out of jail for $3,000. So I'm assuming it's going to be the same for this kind of bond as well. All right. KK says she doesn't have an original thought. She sees a movement and words that are profound, and she tries to apply to me. I think that is what happened. In my opinion, that is what happened. And she kind of has to defend herself at this point, because she can't be seen as a person pretending to be a survivor. People are not going to go for that, and people are not going to want to work for her. Mark is saying Amber Heard should just try to make herself judgment proof, but I think a bond is only needed to stay execution during the appeal. Yeah, exactly. And so if she ends up winning her appeal and they just vacate the verdict, then she wouldn't have to pay him anything. So she would just get her bond money back, right? Sabrina says Law and Lumber said that the bond is only required to prevent interest accruing. Actual judgment doesn't say anything about needing a bond. I think that the judge is just probably fed up and was like, let me try to make as many obstacles for this lady as possible, because this was a ridiculous trial. But that's just my joke and opinion. I don't know if that's really the judge's thought. Okay. Okay, you guys are coming in with the comments. Okay, let me see. Bri, Thomas Brown says, Bri, I was talking about my pipe dream to go back and add timestamps to each of these live streams, because I do like to go back and rewatch them. Would you like to add timestamps? Because I need to add timestamps. I just don't have time to do it, and my social media person just doesn't have time to do it either. So let me know. If you guys want to add timestamps, please let me know. You can easily do it in the comment. I think it'll work. But yeah, I know I need timestamps. I haven't been able to, get the peoples to do it for me, or get someone that can help me out with that. Okay, we have McGrufford saying, my conspiracy theory is totally that Amber released the Cara Delevingne elevator video to blackmail her rich ex-friends to start giving her money, or else she releases more. Good conspiracy theory. Good conspiracy theory. She's gonna need help paying that judgment for sure. My cat's Anna Hole, I think so. In my opinion, the only reason she is trying to appeal is it's the only tie she has to JD. Oh, so she's still trying to kind of be in his head, kind of be at the back of his mind, that he still has to think about her. That could be a reason. A narcissist can't let go of their victim. In her case, bad attention is still good attention. Okay, that makes sense. I don't see that as being too far-fetched, to tell you the truth. So we have Miss Amber Heard most likely at least threatening to appeal, most likely going to appeal if she can get the bond together. Most likely going to appeal if she can continue to pay her attorneys. I don't know if her attorneys are doing this for pro bono at this point, but yeah, they need to figure something out. Okay. So now we have, I was going to do David Dobrik, whatever his name is. But we haven't really talked about his case. I don't know if you guys are that interested in him. He's basically a YouTuber that is very popular YouTuber, or was a very popular YouTuber despite some of his tactics that he's done. And he basically injured a friend, and now the friend is suing him. So I don't think we're going to go too, I don't think we're going to cover that case because I would need more information on it. Honestly, I've watched a couple videos on it months, maybe years, a year ago or so. So I'm not all the way familiar with it. He basically does like crazy things on his channel and had his friend get on, let me see, construction equipment and basically spin him around like a shallow little lake. And the friend ended up falling off and injuring himself. And now the friend is suing him for injury. So that may be a good case to go over when I can get the complaint, just to kind of see if he will be liable, because it's obviously a dangerous activity to do. But did his friend really have the, did he really have the expectation not to get hurt while doing that? And some of the argument is yes, because other people did it before him, and David did it nice enough so that they didn't get hurt or so that they didn't fall off. But when he got on, he spun it kind of out of control, making him fall off. So I don't know if that makes a whole lot of sense. I feel like I'm just babbling on that one, but that's okay. We're gonna move into the next case. I don't think that one is much that I want to cover, honestly. I see Jennifer saying Dobrik is slimy. Yeah, he has some horrible tactics. I definitely didn't watch him. And so when I started seeing, I watch like YouTube drama stuff. So like they talk about all these YouTubers that I have never watched a day in my life, but it's so interesting to see like all the drama that they could have. Like Dramageddon and all. I watch all that stuff, but I never watch the creators. So yeah, he definitely, the way that he got popular, I'm not a fan of it, but who knows? To each their own, right? All right. So we are going to move on. Let's move on to Lisa Rinna. Lisa Rinna, I know her from The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I believe she is a model and an actress, or was a model and an actress, but I know her from The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And she basically got sued because she posted pictures, I believe, of her daughter on Instagram that were copyright protected by another company, and they sued her for copyright infringement. And so basically what's going on now is that she settled the $1.2 million lawsuit with the paparazzi. I don't have too many details on the actual case. I just thought it will be interesting to go over, because a lot of people do not think that it's right that paparazzi should be able to claim copyright on pictures of celebrities. Like, they're taking pictures of celebrities, and then if the celebrity posts it on their own platform, then the paparazzi tries to sue them. It's like, it's a picture of me. Like, how are you going to say you own me as art, right? So I thought it would be an interesting case to kind of look into, and it's honestly happening to a lot of people. Around the same time that Lisa Rinna got sued, some other actresses and singers and artists also got sued. I know Dua Lipa keeps getting sued for the same reason as well. They keep posting copyrighted photos of themselves, and then they're getting sued. I read through this, but I don't know if it actually told. They're not going to tell us how much it's settled for. So let's just check out the article. It's not too long, so let's check it out. And we got Thomas Brown helping us out, saying up next, case number 5, Lisa Rinna lawsuit settlement. Yes, that is what we're covering right now. And then Jennifer Miller says, did anyone know Lisa Rinna is married to Harry Hamlin? I did, because I used to watch The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So he appears on there a lot, actually. So yeah, she is married to Harry Hamlin, and she is a little bit, she's very in love with her husband. I can say that. She is very in love with her husband, from what I can see online, right? He doesn't go on any of the trips, but she's very in love with him for sure. Okay. So we have Lisa Rinna settles $1.2 million lawsuit against the paparazzi. Lisa Rinna, who is no stranger to controversial social media activity, got in trouble last year for an Instagram post back in October 2021. Rinna was sued by a celebrity photo agency for using their pics of her on her Instagram account. The company Backgrid alleged in court docs that Lisa violated federal law by willingly infringing on Backgrid's, that's hard to say, Backgrid's copyright to at least 8 photographs. The photos in question featured the Real Housewife of Beverly Hills stars and her daughters, which she posted for her 3 million followers to see. Backgrid argued that Lisa hurt their chances of selling the photos and sued her for $1.2 million. So they took a photo, unsolicited probably, of Lisa Rinna and her daughters, and Lisa Rinna posted those photos before this company could sell the photos and make money off of them. And they're mad basically because they lost out on money of pictures of her. I feel like celebrities should have some rights to pictures that are taken of them. Or like they should at least have to sign. I mean, I guess they're in the public eye. That's why. I was like, I feel like they should have to sign like a release of the right to use their image. Maybe they'll start to move for that soon, honestly, because how are you suing people for $1.2 million for posting a picture of themselves? I do not agree with the fact that paparazzi are able to take pictures of someone and then own that footage, i.e. Amber Heard walking out of the TRO when she got the domestic violence restraining order against Johnny Depp. Maybe they should own that one because Amber Heard shouldn't own it. But things like this, it's a little icky. And I think celebrities think it's a little icky as well. Okay, the federal lawsuit against Rinna was over 8 photos owned by Backgrid. She reposted them to her IG account without permission. The company owns the rights to the images she shared. Backgrid suit also revealed that Lisa ignored a cease and desist letter they sent her in February 2021. Okay, so if she got sued because of a post she made in October 2021, how are they sending her cease and desist in February 2021? Oh, maybe they already had the photos and they warned her not to post it. Okay, maybe that's the thing. Okay, Rinna also used the pictures to sell her beauty line. So she not only posted the picture, now this is where she's probably in the wrong. She used the pictures to then sell her own beauty line and promote the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. That might be where she's in the wrong, because she's using it to her own benefit to sell things as if she's the owner of the image. Backgrid argued to the court that each posted photograph elicits thousands and frequently hundreds of thousands of comments from fans. Moreover, the account is not private, so anyone, including those who do not follow her account, has access and can view the uploaded photographs, including the photographs at issue in the lawsuit. For her defense, Rinna argued that the alleged damages by Backgrid were precluded by its own fraudulent conduct. She previously requested that the lawsuit be dismissed from court. The case will be officially closed by July 15th. So they're not going to tell us what the settlement is, unfortunately. Back in October, around the time when the suit was filed, Lisa spoke out about it. She stated, "I've been nice. I've never fought with them. I've never run from them. My kids grew up with them jumping out of the bushes in Malibu," she added. I understand paying a little bit, but to pay this much, it's very hard for me to say that's okay. There's something that's not right about this. Those photos are worth much less. I mean, it's my kids with the mask on. And I've recently seen other celebrities, i.e. Snoop Dogg, come out and say that paparazzi should not own photos of celebrities. And I don't think that's unreasonable, to tell you the truth, because it's their likeness. They make their money off of their appearance, and then all of a sudden people can just come and take pictures of them and make money off of their appearance or off of what they're doing, which includes their image, their appearance, their likeness, right? They can sell a story about them. Lisa Rinna leaving grocery store with no nanny. Her kids are grown, but something of that nature. They can sell these stories, and the celebrities basically has no rights to where their pictures end up. So someone can make up a negative story that's not even true about them using their picture. So I see what they're saying. Maybe Lisa should have paid for the pictures prior to doing this, but I do think that there may be a shift with celebrity bringing issue with paparazzi actually owning photos of them. And I don't think that's unreasonable. What do you guys think about that? Do you think the paparazzi should be able to own pictures of celebrities and then the celebrities aren't able to post it themselves? Now, Lisa Rinna actually selling things under the photo that she was not like hired to sell things under, that could be an issue. But to simply post pictures of herself and her daughter that someone else took, I don't think that should be considered copyright infringement. I really don't. But the fact that she's like selling her products, maybe that's probably copyright infringement. Okay. Tanya D said they've been married over 20 years. Yes, Harry Hamlin, because he's the father of their children as well. And their kids, I think her daughter's like, I think her oldest daughter is over 21. So yes, they have been married for a long time. Okay, we have Sabrina saying, I definitely see a difference between paparazzi pics and a photo shoot. Exactly. Second, photographers should get copyrights, not paparazzi. I like the thinking behind that because actually when you do a photo shoot, they have to get a release of the right to use that person's image. And on top of that, they don't have to, but more often than not, the photographer is paying the person to do that photo shoot, or the magazine, whoever is using that person's photos, they are paying that person to use their photos. So maybe the paparazzi should have to pay the celebrities in order to use their photos, and they have to get it signed off on. I don't think that's unreasonable. I don't like the whole public, oh, you're in the public, so I can do whatever I want with your image. No, that I don't like it. Okay. Not a legal argument, but I don't like it. Cap says, oh, that's an interesting case. So they're allowed to take photos, but are copyrighted when they posted the photos of themselves. Kind of confused. So the paparazzi is the one taking the photo. So the paparazzi took a photo of Lisa Rinna and her family. And so the paparazzi or whoever took the photo, who physically just clicked the button to take the photo, that is the owner of the copyright, because technically they put that photo into a tangible medium. A copyright owner is an author, a person that puts the art or the thing, whatever you're doing, into a tangible medium. And simply taking a photo of someone is putting that in a tangible medium. Another way that you can put things into tangible mediums include like making a sculpture. You can also make a painting. You're actually not saying that photographers, paparazzis don't actually do work, but they're snapping a picture and then they're owning that picture. It's not like they hurried up and painted a picture of her and added some uniqueness into it. The uniqueness that they're considering is the position that she's in, the moment that they captured her in. So I'm probably over explaining this, but the paparazzi is actually the owner of the copyright, because they're the actual ones that took the picture. And so usually actresses, artists, people like that, they don't sign off on someone using their pictures for like magazines or things like that unless they pay them. And so it kind of seems like the paparazzi should also be paying them. I don't know. I don't think that's too far-fetched. McGruffert says, oh, this one's weird. Black Grid is the one that famously takes impromptu photos for TikTokers, but really they call Black Grid on themselves. Yeah, kind of like TMZ, right? We have McGruffert says Tana Mojo admitted that they all call. That's why some pop shots look good and some look like me when I go to the grocery shopping like a garbage bag. Yeah, I don't think that's like uncommon knowledge. I think a lot of people, especially like what do you call them, lower list celebrities, like D-list celebrities, E-list, whatever list it goes down to, right? They are more likely to call the paparazzi on themselves than people who may be of like Lisa Rinna's popularity. I don't know if she's as popular as she was when she was younger, but she's still relevant because of the Real Housewives, right? Cal says, I agree. Photos from photo shoots have contracts. Exactly. And you get paid and you have to sign the release to use your likeness, your image in the way that they're going to use it, right? And if they use it the wrong way, you can revoke that privilege. Jennifer Miller says, I agree. The paparazzi has gotten out of control. There needs to be more regulation. Yes, I totally agree. McGruffer says, definitely in agreement. Jennifer Miller says, hey, Bri, hi, please swarm the like and subscribe and join buttons to pollinate Bri's channel. Yes, exactly, guys. If you haven't hit the like button and you like the conversation so far, go ahead and hit the like button. Even if you don't like the conversation, go ahead and hit the thumbs up. Go ahead and hit the thumbs up button because it helps out the channel. Okay, and so let's see here. Can I see how many likes I have? I think I might have to go I don't think I can see it from this end. Oh yeah, no, 96 likes. So we're doing pretty okay, pretty good on likes. Probably about 1/3 of the people that popped in liked the video, so that's good. Probably a little less than 1/3, more like 1/4, but that's good. If you guys haven't hit the like button, go ahead and hit it. Thank you so much, Jennifer, for reminding us to hit the like button. And also, guys, you can join the channel. The channel is now monetized. It helps support the channel, helps me do this thing online. So if you guys have it, feel free. If you don't have it that you can give specifically, if you can watch the ads, if you have time, that definitely helps out the channel as well. Okay, we have American Rose Design saying everyone deserves some kind of privacy regardless if they are a celebrity or not. I agree with you there. They do, especially the way that they put these pictures out there. Like if you're calling the paparazzi on yourself, fine, whatever. They can own the picture. But if you're just trying to live your life and you're popping out bushes like Lisa Rinna said, then no, you need to pay me, right? Jennifer Miller says the paparazzi made Britney Spears look crazy and that helped her father abuse the system. I'm old enough to remember. Yes, that was a big issue to why she was in a conservatorship. And imagine someone following you around with a camera and you're not paying them to follow you around with the camera. That is going to be annoying, right? That's going to be an issue. We have Thomas Brown saying, if I could like the video multiple times, I absolutely would. Thank you so much. I love when you guys support the channel. I might have to go and like the video myself. Hello Swinky says, I highly doubt paparazzi will become more regulated. The First Amendment, freedom of press, yada, yada. To be honest, I don't even think most celebs want paparazzi to be more regulated. I think I think how they would want them to be more regulated is in situations like this, where you post a picture of yourself and they say you're copyright infringing against them. So they might still be able to have the right to press and all of those things under the First Amendment. But at some point, it's kind of like, okay, you guys got to start. You get a cut for taking the picture. Let me get a cut as well. So I think it's something that should be considered, but I definitely understand like the First Amendment rights and all the other regulations that they might not want to happen. If you're calling the paparazzi on yourself, yeah, don't pay for that. But if they're just coming and following you around, I don't think that you should be penalized for posting the picture. Right to press, right? Right to share my picture with the public. All right, so we have two more things. I think one, it's not on the thumbnail, so I might skip this one because I'm really not all the way familiar with it. And this is one that I would really prefer to go through the complaint on because it's an IP case in which they were using, let's go ahead and pop it up so you guys can see. So I'll do like a brief introduction on this. And so I think this is case number 5. It's celebrity vegan chef settles by Chloe IP dispute with investors. And so this is the case that I would want to go over because there is a similar case with Hayley Page, not all the way similar, but with the right to use someone else's name when you're contracting with them to do a project together. So for those of you who do not know who Hayley Page is, she's a dress designer and she was sued, I think last year or so, for the right to use her actual birth name, Hayley Page, in connection with her actually selling dresses, which is what she's known for, which is her career, is making bridal dresses. And the company that she contracted with when she was way young, didn't know what to read in a contract, they basically took her name, her right to use her name, to sell dresses away from her. They basically kept her Instagram accounts, all her intellectual property rights, included trademarks, copyrights, anything of that nature. They kept it. And so this case is a little similar because it's using someone's name by Chloe. They originally contracted to do a project together, but at some point she fell out of the contract, but they still used the name, which they felt was misleading. Like I said, this is something that I would actually want to go through the complaint on. They did actually settle this case and kind of see how they were trying to use her trademark. And we're not really going to know what the settlement actually was, but just looking into the defense and the actual complaint. So the complaint of why they're suing and the defense as to why they do not think that they are infringing on the IP, I think would be interesting to cover as far as trademark law goes, just because I'm like super interested in things like that. Someone kind of similar to the copyright thing of like, okay, you took a picture of me and now you're claiming that I'm infringing on you. Same thing with, okay, you're using my name and now you're claiming that I'm infringing on you. I think this one is the other way around though, is they're claiming they're infringing by falsely using her name when she's no longer connected to the project. So there is that case. Number 6, kind of a quick overview. I don't know if we'll dive into that one as much, but we'll pop back over. I think some more comments came in since I did that one. So let me close that one out. And then we have one more trademark case, which is another case that I'm probably going to try to find the complaint for. We haven't done trademark cases in a long time. I tried to do one on Friday, but then we got caught up in makeup routine and just chatting. But I do want to do some trademark cases. Okay. We have Jennifer Miller saying, I was guilty of listening to the narrative at the time. I felt awful that I didn't know she was being subjugated by her family. I don't know what you guys... Oh, Britney Spears. Okay. Still talking about Britney Spears. Yeah. Paparazzi can definitely put you into... I think Hollywood can put you into some bad situations and make you act not like yourself, right? We have Kath saying, I hate the argument that celebs put themselves in the limelight, therefore it's perfectly okay to invade their privacy. If JD's case wasn't so disturbing, I do not want to hear about his love life. Right, exactly. We don't want to know about any of that things. And then it also is like, we forget, or the internet or the paparazzi or whoever runs Hollywood, they forget that they are also people too. And you want some privacy, right? You shouldn't have to go get away on an island in order to get your privacy. Hello Swinky says, no, I get what you're saying, but they're not going to get the changes they want without changes they don't. Yeah, I get you there. That's just not how reform works in the US. Plus, the law still has to catch up with social media. And it's going to take forever to do because the legal system is extremely, extremely slow. So definitely get you there. McGrufford says, I remember being mad at Paris Hilton because I thought she was a bad influence on Britney and Lindsay Lohan. And I'm assuming you're referencing that as to what the paparazzi and the stories that came out made it look like, right? I'm just assuming that's what you're referring to. Kath says, okay, maybe disturbing isn't the right word. It did shine a light on male DV victims. Yes, I think so too. But we still don't want to know everything that's going on with that person. But at the end of the day, for Amber Heard to say those things, it boosted her career. It probably boosted her career, and it was beneficial for her to say it at the time. Otherwise, she wouldn't have said it, right? Okay, we have Sabrina saying, because of the internet, I imagine it's been really hard to hold copyright for images. I think that's why NFTs have the potential to be great for digital artists, but got railroaded by the scammers. It did. The scammers did take over NFTs. I think NFTs is also an interesting space for trademark law as well, because I covered a couple of cases about it. There's actually a CLE, so like an education thing for lawyers that recently came out talking about like the metaverse and NFTs and how it's going to affect your intellectual property. And I want to attend that webinar so that I can learn a little bit more about it because it is such a new area. All right. We have McGruffin saying the problem is paparazzi is filling a demand. If everyone stopped clicking on those garbage articles, then they stop printing them. That is true as well. That is true as well. But people like to be involved in celebrity drama. I guess we do, because we cover it here on this channel, right? We talk about what's going on. We try to explain it in the context of the law and how they could do better or how they could save themselves from losing money. But most people are just intrigued by what's going on in celebrity life. A lot of people look up to celebrities. A lot of people need to be entertained. And so the access that we now have to celebrities from social media, from online news articles that can pop up and be in your face in 3 seconds, it can say 3 seconds ago. It's a completely different world than just like in the 2000s where you had to wait to like pick up a newspaper, or maybe you had dial-up. Was it still dial-up during I feel like it was still dial-up during 2000. Have to wait a long time for it to load, and it's a blog and all of these things. Now everything is just like so instant and easy to find. So I think they have to do a lot of catching up with technology, and it's only going to get worse as technology keeps getting better, keeps growing, all of the things, right? Okay, so let's move on to the last case. So exactly 7. We're moving on to the last case. You guys were not that interested in the IP Chloe one, which I didn't think so either. I think that one would be better to dive deep into than kind of a quick overview. And then we have this case. We have Hailey Bieber, who is Justin Bieber's wife, and also whose daughter is she? I cannot remember. Her father is famous as well. Basically, she is sued for trademark infringement over her new skincare line, Rhode Skincare. Okay, and this is a lawsuit in Manhattan in federal courts. I do not know the case number yet, but I do want to find it because I want to see what they're alleging, what their name is. This article is a little vague, but I still wanted to kind of go over it so that you guys can just hear a little bit about what's going on. This is another situation where it's what is that? Go away. Okay. This is another situation where it's a smaller company saying that a celebrity is using their trademark, similar to I keep doing that. Similar to Selena Gomez being sued by a Black business owner saying that Selena Gomez basically stole her name. The only issue with the Selena Gomez case is that the girl just never filed her trademark. And so if you guys are going to have a business that you really want to grow and you really want to have succeed, you need to get a trademark, protect your name so that celebrities don't come in down the line and steal your name. I don't know exactly if these people have a registered trademark. I don't remember reading that they do, but I definitely, like I said, would like to see the complaint to see if they actually do. So this is Hailey Bieber, Justin Bieber's wife. And it goes on to say 2 former college roommates who created a successful clothing line under the Rhode trademark sued model Hailey Bieber on Tuesday, saying she's creating market confusion by marketing a skincare line under the Rhode name. The lawsuit in Manhattan federal court asked the judge to cite trademark infringement and block Bieber from selling or marketing any products with the Rhode name. It also sought unspecified damages. The lawsuit said court intervention was necessary because Hailey Bieber is a celebrity with over 45 million Instagram followers who launched her skincare line last week and has filed trademark applications to selling clothing. Hailey Bieber is married to Justin Bieber, and the lawsuit said that her husband has promoted her business to his 243 million Instagram followers, generating 1.5 million likes with one posting. Her lawyer didn't immediately respond for requests for comment. According to the lawsuit, Perna Katu and Phoebe Vickers are seeking to protect the business. Hi. Do you want to pop in?
No, I'm just saying hi.
Hi, bye. Are you going to the gym? Okay. Sorry, guys. Brief intermission there. um, where were we at? Okay, Phoebe Vickers. These are the people that created the road. I don't even know what they're selling. I have no idea what they're selling. Okay. Seeking the business began in 2014 when they quit their day jobs to create to create high-end clothing and accessory line targeting feminine, confident, and well-traveled women. Since then, it said their products have been featured in Vogue, carried in stores like Saks Fifth Avenue and Neiman Marcus worldwide, and worn by celebrities including Beyonce, Mindy Kaling, and Rihanna. Sales are projected to hit 14.5 million this year, and the lawsuit said, on the day her product was launched, Hailey Bieber said in Forbes story that she had a really hard time with a world of media that likes to perpetuate women against women. But the reality is that the world of media Miss Bieber describes is at her disposal, and she has chosen to use it to squash a woman and minority co-founded brand that simply cannot compete with her immense fame and following. They said they were mentioned in Vogue. Okay, when her product line was launched June 15, Hailey Bieber appeared on Good Morning America and the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon on NBC, the lawsuit noted. The lawsuit said confusion and harm to the brand started by Cattell and Vickers is already widespread, and it only taken days for some consumers to believe that the 8-year-old company is trading off the name of the new competitor. So I need to find the actual case number on that case. So this is a trademark infringement case. I need to find the case number so that I can see what their actual trademark is and if they actually have a registered trademark. And so I can actually go and look right now because I didn't look before the stream, but that's okay. We can still look it up. They said that they were in clothing. They said they were in clothing class and that they did accessories as well. So let's go ahead and check the clothing class and the name and see if they actually have a trademark, because they're saying that they started in 2014. You can have common law protection rights, but I always tell people if you do not get your trademark, then you do not own your name, and you run the risk of someone like a celebrity coming and taking your name and actually becoming the owner of your name. Now, they are claiming that they have been using it for since 2014, so 8 years. There's 71 records with road in it for clothing. So I don't even know if this is a protectable trademark. Oh, no, they're not all registered, sorry. But there are several filings for that name. So I don't even know if this will be considered unique enough, to tell you the truth. Okay, sorry, just kind of went off onto my own rant there in my head, but that's okay. All right, let's pop back over to the comments. Sabrina says, would love to hear your thoughts on the metaverse and the impacts on trademarks. I've talked a little bit about metaverse on a couple of streams. I'll have to go back and look at my streams to see which one it was, but I've definitely talked about the metaverse. I think it was the Nike case. I want to say the Nike NFT case talked about the metaverse, and also the Meta Birkin one talked about the metaverse. So I've talked about both of those cases, I think, twice on my channel. So I definitely, like I said, it's a new area. So I want to do the CLE before I really cover it more in depth. Okay, we have Cassin. I heard about Hayley Page on Emily D. Baker. Never followed after 1 or 2 streams. In my opinion, what the company did was gross, but I don't know how she can, if she can, get out of that contract. I think Hayley signed her name to that big company for life. Yes, exactly. And it's scammy what these companies do, but she has made it super big. I knew her because I used to watch Say Yes to the Dress, and she was young when she signed the contract, but that's why lawyers always recommend that you hire an attorney to read your contract before you sign it, because technically, yes, she signed away her right to use her birth name in connection with selling products that are similar to what she sells. So dresses, she cannot compete with that because technically that company is the owner of her name. She no longer owns her name. She no longer has her right to use her name to sell products. So even if she came up with a company called like Embellished by Hayley Page, she could get sued because that's trademark infringement. She would have to establish a whole new trademark, a whole new brand for people to buy things made by her. She would have to establish that. But I'm sure if she has like real true fans, then they would just follow her over from whatever platform she had before. So hopefully it doesn't affect her too bad. But yeah, the big companies they can be pretty slimy, right? Okay. We have Sabrina saying one of Baldwin brothers, Stephen Baldwin. Okay. Yeah, I know it was. Yeah, her name used to be Hailey Baldwin. Yep. I don't know if that's exactly her dad, but her last name was Baldwin before. Okay. We have Thomas Brown saying up next, Hailey Bieber lawsuit. Yes, thank you. We have Monique and Co saying, isn't she a Baldwin? Yes, she is a Baldwin. She was a Baldwin. I just can't remember exactly who her dad is. McGuffer said, Matt Stein, I'm a hypocrite because I do the same if someone I think is scummy. I think you're having a conversation I might be missing. Head in the Cloud says she's Stephen Baldwin's daughter. Okay, I think there's a consensus on Stephen being he is the father. Jerry Springer. McGovern says, but I hate when they write fake things like Jennifer Aniston is still angry that she didn't have a baby or doesn't have a baby. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with that story. Harper Polo says, do you need a trademark for book titles? So no. For your trademark, you cannot actually trademark book titles unless it's like a series of books. So if you want to copyright something, you can't really copyright a title either. So no. In short, no, unless you are creating a series. So like if you're Captain Underpants, and then you have multiple series, then you can you can get a trademark for your series, but you cannot get a trademark for just one book title. And so it has to be kind of what is it? It has to be for a series. So you can't trademark each individual name. You can only trademark the main part of it, like Captain Underpants, Adventures of a Small Boy, or something like that. I don't know. I don't know what the titles of those books are, but I hope you guys get what I'm saying here. Sabrina says, Boss Attorney Bri's Bri High Rules #1, trademark your name. Yes, exactly. If you are a business, if you're using your personal name as a business, if you are running any type of business that's not using your personal name, as we can see with Miss Hailey Bieber, you want to get your name trademarked, because then you run into issues like this with Hailey Bieber, with her 45 million followers, and her ultra famous husband with 250 something million followers promoting a product, and then all of a sudden they take all of your customers and nobody wants to buy from you anymore, and you're selling similar things. Same thing happened with Selena Gomez. But Selena Gomez filed her trademark around the same time the lady is saying that she started her company, which can be very detrimental to her, because even though Selena Gomez, and I'm probably going too deep into this without actually having the complaint in front of me. I think I have covered that case on my channel though. Saying that she wasn't using the mark, she had already filed an intent to use application, basically reserving her right to the name. If the other lady would have just filed that she was in use already, that would have been a different story. But Selena Gomez reserved the right to the name all the way back till around the same time that this smaller company is claiming she started her company. So it's not looking good for her. I haven't checked in on that case in a while, but I definitely will. We have my cat in a hole. I think that's what it says. Her dad is Stephen Baldwin, Alec Baldwin's brother. Yes, okay. Think we got a consensus on that. Everyone's saying hi to Alpha. He is now gone. Sent him off to the, I didn't send him to the gym, but he went to the gym. Hey, King B. Okay, yep. Alpha stopped by. Always jumping in the streams, right? We have Tiny Denise saying, what is the website you use to look up trademarks? I just use uspto.gov. It's the best place to look because it's the actual government database. So uspto.gov is exactly what I use. We have American Rose Design says, it still amazes me that Meta is trying to claim creating a virtual world. Second Life, Sansar, and 3RG and other like them got there first. SL started in 2003. They've been around for a long time. Yeah, so the thing about being big is you can like when you're a smaller company, it's harder to kind of get your name out there. The thing that Meta, Facebook, whatever you want to call them, the thing that they have to their advantage is that everyone already knows who they are. They have a lot of people, designers and things like that can make the program a lot quicker than the smaller companies. Maybe the smaller companies are built up just as good as Metaverse. But honestly, in my opinion, I think that more people are going to flock to Meta because of the popularity of the trademarks that they already have, which is another reason why you should always get your trademark. People are going to support those same people. If they have a good product over here, you're going to assume that they also have a good product when they do this, and they also have a good product they're doing this. So even if Meta is not the best virtual world, more people are probably going to flock to it just because people know Facebook. They may not be the best company, but people know them, right? Yeah, I might have over-explained that. Jennifer says, the Hayley Page case is so sad. She made a terrible mistake and her talent is amazing. I hope she finds a way around it. I hope she does too, but it will have to be that the trademark is invalid. But at this point, they probably trademarked her name and the business is the owner of it, and the only way to get it back is to buy it from them, and they're definitely not going to make as much money off of her buying her name back as them still using her name to sell things. They just kind of cut her out as the middleman. They can still sell things under her name. They can still sell dresses under her name, and you might go into the whatever that store was called on Say Yes to the Dress and say, I want a Hayley Page dress, and they said, okay, here, but really somebody else is the one that made it. So it definitely sucks, but they're the owner of the trademark, so it's going to be really hard and really expensive to get her name back, and maybe better for her just to, she can always start another company with a different name. She just can't use her name behind that name or with that name. Okay, Sabrina says, it's Facebook, they do everything. Yep. Okay. My cats, and Ho says, my cats and a hole. I think that's right. Okay, I think that's right. All right, so that is all we have for today, except let's see, was there any case on here that you guys think we should take a deeper dive into? I think the ones that may be the most beneficial to dive into, in which I have closed all of my tabs, so now I need to reopen my tabs to see which ones are closed. Okay, let's see which ones are. Let's see here. Reopen, close tab here. We're definitely not covering David, or we're not going to cover him anytime soon. Okay, so I think looking into Lisa Rinna would be good. Let's go ahead and put our poll up here. And it could be a possibility that another case just pops up before Thursday, but these are going to be our options for now. So what case? So we cover Keeper? No, I'll just put next. Okay, so we have Lisa Rinna and copyright. I think this one is important because there are a lot of celebrities being sued for doing the same thing. So I would definitely love to see whatever arguments that they had in there. So the case should be covered next. Lisa Rinna, copyright. But I feel like we haven't done a trademark in a long time. Lisa Rinna, copyright. We have Hailey Bieber. It's hard to type with a mic between my hands. Hailey Bieber, trademark. Which other ones would be a good case to cover? We have Lisa Rinna, copyright. Hailey Bieber, trademark. There was a Chloe IP trademark. I don't think that's one I want to cover. Oh yeah, maybe we can, because it's similar to Hayley Page, or maybe I can find the Hayley Page one. Let's go ahead and do Hayley Page because I think you guys are a little bit more familiar with that case. Hayley Page, Trademark, if that case is still going forward. I can't remember what other cases I'll cover today. Oh, yeah. What else did where's my thumbnail? Oh, that was a lot of cases. Can I reopen close tab? Yeah. Amber Heard. We're not looking into Amber Heard anymore. We'll just check in with what everybody else says. I think that's pretty much it. So Lisa Rinna, I guess I can throw Chloe IP on there just because. Oh, I wanted to cover Kim Kardashian Trademark. TM infringement. Did I already cover that case? Was that case already filed? I feel like maybe that case was already filed and I covered it. Let me double check my my documents here. Kim. I don't think I've covered it. So we'll put it on there and see. If I covered it, then we won't do that one. And then we will check it out. Okay, so I put the poll up. I think you guys should be able to see it now. I'm going to just check a couple chats here. Oh, I forgot Meghan Markle. Geez, Louise. Okay, maybe we'll have to do another one. But if enough people say Meghan Markle, we might just look into that one. Okay, so Thomas Brown says Meghan Markle or Lisa Rinna. Jennifer says Meghan Markle case is interesting to me. I kind of think her family is trying to use her, but I want to see the claims. Okay, yeah, we can try to find that one. Sabrina says Lisa Rinna and Meghan Markle. I forgot to put Meghan Markle on there. So maybe we'll do one between them two. Lisa Rinna. Yeah, I did a poll. Mind Spasm says, how will we know if Amber Heard appeal is official? She'll file paperwork and I'm sure the paparazzi will let us know as soon as it's done. But that case has pretty good public access to it as well. So if paparazzi doesn't let us know, or not paparazzi, but the media doesn't let us know that the appeal was filed, then someone on LawTube, I'm sure, will let us know that the appeal was filed. And yeah, because everything so far in that case, we have been able to access it pretty much, I think for free. So we'll know when it goes forward. Okay. Someone said, I'm sure LawTube will be on it when they file. Exactly. Okay. Tiny D said, thank goodness for Thomas Brown and his timestamps. Oh, is he adding them on there for us? Yes. Good. Thank you so much, Thomas. Sabrina says, I forgot Meghan Markle. Yep. And so the stream is a little delayed. Like when I'm doing something and then by the time you guys see it, I'm already like a minute ahead because I have it to where you guys can see the closed captioning. So I'm sorry that I missed it, but we might do another vote because so far we have, nobody voted for Hayley Page. Okay, so we have Lisa Rinna winning, of course, and we have then Hailey Bieber and then Kim Kardashian. So let's go ahead and do another poll. And I might try to do it to where I can cover all three. I just don't know if I have time to kind of put together a PowerPoint for us to cover all three because it's usually easier when I can do the PowerPoint. Because when I have like an actual document, as you guys can see with the comments, it's hard for me not to read everything. So I would need to put it into a PowerPoint in order to cover all of them. So let's do another poll for, I'm just going to put case, but we know we mean what case are we covering next. We're going to do Hailey Bieber. Okay, Hailey Bieber, I'm just going to put TM. For Trademark, we're gonna do Meghan Markle. I completely forgot about that case that fast. Meghan Markle. I don't know if I'm spelling that right, but that's okay. Defamation. I want to see what she also said in her motion to dismiss as well. And then we have Lisa Rinna, copyright. And then I am going to eat some dinner. Well, I probably have to wait for Alpha to come back, but we are gonna eat. Okay. All right. Redid the poll to cover where did it go? Lisa Rinna, Hailey Bieber, and Meghan Markle. So if you guys would like to vote on that, and then whichever one gets the highest amount of votes, then that will be the one we're going to most likely cover in depth. And then I might do a little bit of research on the other ones. And if not, we can just cover them next week. If they're interesting cases, I'm sure they will still be interesting next week as well. So maybe we don't have to rush through everything. So that's okay. You guys tend to show up for me constantly, so I think we can kind of spread them out a little bit as well. Okay, we have Thomas Brown saying, haven't added them yet. I do get a long weekend this weekend for the 4th, so I might get a nice start on them. Well, thank you so much. We have Mind Spasm saying, did you see Taylor Lorenz getting owned on a panel discussion? No, I have not seen that. Might have to check it out. Tanya says, yes, a good timestamp, Thomas Brown. Hope you can do that for her. Yes, thank you. Yeah, if you can take the time to do that, I will definitely appreciate it, because I know I need to do it. I just have not had the time to do it. Cal says, the Kardashian family has so many lawsuits. I'm so confused which case is which. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Did I cover this case? Because I've covered a couple of Kim Kardashian lawsuits this year, so I don't know if this is one that I have covered. I know I looked into it, but I think the lawsuit was recently filed, so I'll be able to check on my little news page here if it was just filed or if it has already been filed for a while. I just don't remember, honestly. Sabrina says, I can't pick just one. Well, we can cover them all, honestly. We really can. We have Jennifer saying, get some dinner, gotta feed that brain. Yes, and hopefully I actually sleep tonight. I went to Costco yesterday and they gave me like a B12 drink or something like that, and they said it's supposed to like help with your energy, and I should not have drank it because I don't need energy when I'm trying to go to sleep. So I kind of want to drink it, but I'm like, if that's what made me stay up last night, I'm not gonna drink it again. Tanya D said, can we cover them on different streams? We'll be here. Yeah, I'm thinking that's what we will do, because like I said, everyone shows up. So if you guys are interested in the copyright and the trademark things, then we can definitely cover them on separate streams so that we can dive deep into them and see exactly what these people have to say. We have Jennifer saying, Thomas, that is awesome. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much if you can do that for sure. Thomas says, get you a nice dinner. Yeah, we're just going to have leftovers. We made like ribeyes last night, and so we're just going to warm those up and have that for dinner with vegetables, because I have to go on a diet. But it'll be okay. Steak is good. Vegetables, they're good too, I guess. They're not too bad. Okay, we have Sabrina saying, yes, we'll be here no matter what you cover. Awesome. Definitely appreciate the support. Sage Moon, I haven't seen you comment all stream, saying thank you, Bri and Bri High, for another fun and informative live. Buzz by the like, subscribe, and join button, y'all, to support Bri and help this community thrive. Yes, thank you so much. Yeah, if you guys have not already liked the video, go ahead and hit the like button. I definitely appreciate you guys spending your time here with me. Definitely appreciate you guys hitting those like buttons, those subscribe buttons for me. So definitely everything that you do for this channel is always appreciated. Even watching the ads at the beginning of the live streams. Okay, we have American Rose Design saying, I want to hear about them all, to be honest. So we'll do them all. We'll just do them on different streams. Like I said, you guys consistently show up, so I don't think it'll be too much of a problem to cover them. But so far, the new poll has Meghan Markle as the winner, so we will probably cover Meghan Markle on Thursday, and then we will do Lisa Rinna on Tuesday. And then if any other cases pop up before those, because there's always cases popping up before that, we can just do like a little quick session on the new cases and then decide if we want to go deeper into the cases at a later date. Again, I am going to start, if you guys are interested, I am going to start like sharing the link for you guys to come on live with me and have a discussion. So if you guys are interested in that, definitely let me know. in the comment section of the video once it's over. But what I will probably do is just drop the link in the comment section so that you guys can just copy it and join with me on live stream. So I think that will be fun to see. I know you guys are very active in the chat, but I think it will be very fun to have one-on-one interaction. So thank you guys for joining me today. We are going to be covering Meghan Markle on Tuesday, and I am going to be posting some pictures from the wedding. I have been behind in that, but I'm going to get into it. I promise I'm going to get into it this week, or not this weekend, but this week. I don't know what day it is. I'm going to get into posting those pictures this week so you guys can see a little bit of the fun that we had. Maybe not the fun, but the little dress up, Law 2 dressing up. I think that'll be fun to share with you guys. So thank you all for joining me. I hope everyone has a nice evening. If it's morning where you are, have a nice morning, and I will catch you on the I said next Tuesday, but I meant on Thursday. I'll see you on Thursday to cover the Meghan